He was at your wedding. His avatar.
Schraub was at my wedding. He was my best man. And Schraub, before, as we're about to walk down the aisle, he's still holding the best man's supposed to hold like the rings and stuff. He not only has both like ring boxes, he was holding the bag from the ring store. I've never been married before. I don't know what he's supposed to do, but I know he's doing it wrong. Like he's going like, what do I do? And he's holding a bag from a ring store with like just a bunch of shit in it. Trip. I'm like, give me that. Put the rings in your pocket.
We had a rehearsal, but then during the wedding, Rob was like, and here and that, and just like had the two boxes of rings. He's like, I don't know, and
you don't know. It's like, why don't you know?
No,
it's a wedding. You can plan it. You can rehearse it.
All right. It was very charming, very Rob.
Yeah, it was a really great wedding. I had a great time that night. Spencer, you disappeared. I was looking for you.
Yeah, you know, anytime I go to a party, I kind of leave early. So I didn't stay too long, but I stayed, you know, as long as I could. Did you
stay through the vows?
Yeah. What are you fucking kidding me? That'd be monstrous.
Okay, what were the vows?
Dan's came second. They did. And, you know, they were about ghost fighting.
Okay.
And fighting as a ghost and...
Yeah. I did vow that if I die before Erin, I will protect her with ghost powers. That was one of my many awesomely written vows. And then I would, if it got too weird for her, I would allow her to... I would go away. I would not haunt her second husband. I would just wait for her to die. But then her second husband should fuck off because our love is eternal.
You really killed it at our wedding.
Both you guys did.
I was very moved by your vows. Also, like the whole experience of walking down an aisle and seeing all these people you haven't seen in a long time, and also like the bride is like hidden before the wedding. Like you don't know who she's gonna be. I was hanging up upstairs while you were talking to our friends. So walking down the aisle was like this very weird Wizard of Oz moment.
Yeah,
like
it was so weird.
And you were there, and that was you.
Yeah. And, it didn't really sink. It's like I get to walk around. It's a very.
Well, yeah, you hung out. You were like saying hi to people in line.
Yeah, I get to like a chat with people. It's like it seems a little unfair. Like the groom gets to just walk around like, "Yep, get married. Ooh, go see you want to get married."
And meanwhile, then, like, I was Googling vows. Literally Googling vow ideas.
I thought that one more thing about the wedding, because who cares except us? I anticipated that I would be unable to say my vows because I thought that would be the height of the emotional point.
But you turned out you didn't give a shit.
Because I was killing, and I was like, "This is great, I'm killing." No, once I was doing the vows, as far as it wasn't that hard to get through. The peak of the emotion for me was when you were walking down the aisle, and because our friend Matt Gorley was singing Daniel Johnston's "True Love Will Find You" in the end, it was like everything was like it was too sensory overload. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah.
That was nice. I got it all out of my system. Then I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's the worst. and then the rest was like I killed, as you said. All right.
I have a very obvious question. Do things feel different?
I feel like I'm now I finally get to nail it because I feel like I was.
We were saving ourselves.
I feel like I was I was like being a single guy. It's like now I don't know. I feel like this makes more sense. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that resonates with me emotionally.
And also, you want to tell them about the thing that happened in our sleep, even unconsciously.
Sure. This week I think, and maybe you can attest to this. How long were you guys engaged before you got married?
We just got married. We went to the pit. We went to the pit and got married and called my parents and were like, "Hey, I'm married. You want to meet my wife?" They said yes, which is great.
That sounds great. I think that like with us, like with this engagement period, and I'll just speak for myself, like everything was like, all right, we're playing this football game. He's passing the ball the certain way. I don't know why I wanted to.
Why would you pick football?
I know nothing about football.
Yeah, why would you pick the thing you know nothing about?
A side note: I had 45 seconds today where I thought I really liked soccer.
Was it the only 45 seconds where a goal was scored during a game?
It was this moment when
Shakira singing.
And I love Shakira. The world soccer, world football was on, and the teams are all soft drinks. And one guy.
This sounds like a dream you had.
And my dad was naked from the waist down. They were playing.
That's your go-to for what your dreams are like?
Because it's okay, because it was a dream,
Yep.
but it's also upsetting. I actually do have a lot of dreams where my dad's like Donald Duck. Anywho.
Anywho.
No. Rest of the night. Rest of the night is questions and
Do you
answers.
not have those dreams where like someone...
Where my dad's dick is no. But
I've never
that's
dreamt
fine.
of my dad's dick.
Oh.
I've only Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Goblin Allah approves.
I had a dream that Michael Jordan was trying to kill me. Go ahead, though.
It's not important, but there were. I turned on the television and soccer was on, and the ball was going so fast, and then someone they kicked the ball, and then they pretend to be hurt all the time, and this guy just fell back on his back, and I was like, oh, and then everybody on his team was like, oh no, and I was like, this is really
It's great.
interesting and crazy, but then for then the next 30 seconds I was like, no. Boring.
I will say this, to go back to an earlier question you had. We got married, and then she was like, well, I never got proposed to. And so randomly, a couple years later, I proposed to her after we'd been married.
Was it good? What did you do for your proposal?
We were in Montauk. We were we were just staying at a hotel vacation that weekend, and it was at night, and we were playing video games. And I was like, hey, let's go for a walk at the beach. And she's like, it's kind of cold. And I was like, no, let's go for a walk on the fucking beach. And so I forced her out, and it was kind of cold. And then I was like, will you marry me? And she was like, yeah. Can we go back inside?
Yeah, I heard you did, bro. Come on.
There was a horrifying crab there when we were. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Size or just ugly?
It was
crab?
ugly and big and like sideways walking. Like it was a nightmare thing.
It was the crab of your new life together. It will not always look pretty, but it will be efficient and protected.
And it has a shell.
Walk
Yeah.
sideways.
Yeah.
I was talking Erin about. I'm telling you, tell them the story, because if I tell it, it's not fun. About what I apparently
sleeping.
did in my sleep.
Right. So this last week, a few nights ago, I was leading up to just saying that like during the engagement, being married feels less stressful to me. Like it feels like, oh, cool. Yeah, we bought the house and now here we are. And
No way out. Fuck
it's
it.
falling apart, but made my bed.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Lock and load.
Lock and load. Anyway, a few nights ago, Dan talks in his sleep pretty frequently, and a few nights ago was farting in his sleep. And there were...
Because, and I'll just help tee this up. Because
you are a noble knight. I think everyone knows why people fart, but explain.
But more so for me, because as the wedding approached, there was a certain point where I was like, I'm not going to lose any more weight by our wedding. I'm going to look like a fat piece of shit in our photos. So I just started eating a lot of ice cream. And I think I may be lactose intolerant.
Why did you eat ice cream?
Every day for the... She lost 30 pounds in 30 days, and at some point I was like, fuck it.
Where Spencer was is he having you get ice cream?
Well, not ice cream, but yeah,
just
various
peanut butter and
things.
just anything on a corncob butter shower. I would have a shower
Yeah,
brought in with butter
a
in
lot.
it. It doesn't. I was. So I was
I'm not mad about you eating ice cream. It's just hilarious. Based on like you're coming home and me saying, "Oh, I really worked hard today." You're like, "Cool, cool, cool. Me too, yeah."
I didn't say. I never said me too. I just was like, cool, cool.
But meanwhile, you were eating ice cream. Ice cream, the horror of foods.
So this is why you were farting in your sleep.
So Dan has
tracks.
farted in his sleep before. And has woken himself up, and sometimes has. There have been a couple occasions where he's farted in his sleep, and then turned over and been like, "What? What? Come on! Let's pull it together." Not an exaggeration. In his sleep, he talks to me like I'm his second mate on a submarine, and I am getting water in the boat. And he's like, "Let's." Be professional.
Water in the boat.
Yeah. But a few nights ago, Dan, I think the most, I'm going to say majestic, but not in a way that I think is, the grossest, the most like triumphant beginning of a symphony by Beethoven that's all horns, fart, happened for a very long, comical time. I was awake and Dan was asleep, and it was absurd. There were highs and lows. There were like emotional, like, oh God, will they? Oh, okay, good, they're safe in this fart. And I knew that Dan was going to wake up.
That fart sounds like it had more plot than Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a Steel Magnolias fart. At the end of it, I was just looking at him because I thought I knew he would wake up, and he didn't open his eyes and just said, "Husband!" And that is that story.
If I told that story, it would be like, what are you bragging about? No.
Husband!
I'm assuming that was shame-based. Like I was like, I don't know. Like maybe in my dream I was looking at myself farting and was like yelling at myself.
Yeah, you had a great tag to that fart.
Yeah.
You lost 30 pounds in 30 days. That's crazy.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I'm
What did
keeping
you-
them a secret somewhere.
What did you do?
I did a like doctor prescribed. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess it.
You don't have to
worked
talk
out.
about it. I was just curious.
No, it's fine. I ate a bunch of tapeworms and then stared at pictures of Rebecca Gayheart from 1995 because that's what they had. No, I went to a doctor and was prescribed this diet, which is basically 500 calories a day. I think
What?
Yeah.
It's starvation.
That's
You
one
don't have
meal.
to do it, women. It's not. You don't have to. I loved her and never asked for any of this, and got fat to inspire her, hoping she would catch on. We're getting married. We can
mean,
be fatter than ever.
A lot of it was like, that diet sounds crazy. No one could ever do that. I should see if I could do that. So yeah, I think technically I lost because I was losing weight because I was exercising a lot before the doctor prescribed. This smattering of applause in this room is very confusing.
There's so many
sounds like
factions of
teens.
people. There's the lady that thinks that if I talk to lesbians about their boobs, like the prisoner is happening, and then that. But she's quiet while you're talking about losing 30 pounds. The exercise freaks in the back. Exercise is the way to go.
I think also 30 pounds sounds like a lot. I'm 5'10", so like 30 pounds on me like isn't as
30 pounds
crazy.
is a lot. 500 calories a day? What did you eat? Like, what did it look? Can I ask? I don't know if this is interesting.
Yeah,
I'm so curious.
I didn't do it for the full time, but like my day was an apple and then like a half a chicken breast and vegetables. The main thing was like having no additives and no fat was kind of the thing.
You weren't allowed to wear oil-based makeup, like the doctor that prescribed it. Like, it was a whole
Also,
thing.
the doctor who prescribed it sounded exactly like Werner Herzog, which was terrifying.
This is not something to take lightly. I will give you this cautiously. You will look good, but at what cost?
I was into it because over the last year, I've put on weight that I didn't want, which is usually the case. I just wanted to lose it quickly.
But no matter what you're shaped like, you're a beautiful human being, and you shouldn't let people convince you, or worse, yourself convince you that the fact that you look how you look. Okay, wait, did I get her back?
Yeah! You got her back!
Your body does not define you. Am I getting this right? I know. It's like I see pictures of myself and I'm skinny or fat, and I'm like, why the fuck did I wasn't happy back then either. Like the shape of your body is a lot like money. Like, you'd be surprised how miserable you can be looking really good, and how happy you can be being really fat. And like, it's not like, well, however you look is how you look. It's how you want to look. You look that way because you want to look that way.
I was over my threshold of feeling comfortable.
We both get there, but
Listen,
you and I are gonna be like, we're gonna take a journey together where we're like, we're gonna. I mean, our favorite pastime is never gonna be hiking. Like we may. I'm not ruling it out, but you and I are at our best when we are watching like a movie, and there's probably some ice cream involved, and like I don't want to hinge our happiness on how we look. I want us to be happy, and it's a roller coaster,
Yeah. Well, it's just, I think from where you're sitting, like this diet that I did. Also, I did not lose 20 or 30 pounds on the diet. It was less than that.
You told me at one point that you lost 30 pounds.
I did.
I was going by you.
Point. Yeah. I just mean like where I'm at now. But I was talking about like when I had started exercising really hard. The thing is, like, for like 2 months I was exercising so much, and I just lost. I didn't lose a lot of weight. And then I went to Werner Herzog, and he said, "You are healthy enough for this
If you
diet."
want to make this commitment, there is an agreement you must make."
He gave me a physical, and during the physical, which was terrifying, I kept on asking him, which I've never done with a doctor before, like, is this safe?
Safe. It is a strange word. Capable of so much damage.
I will not play the recording of
Nazi
you.
Germany was safe for the Nazis. This penguin's stomach is safe not for herring, but for the penguin.
He did say several times, "Oh, so tall."
That does sound like a Nazi. So tall?
Your skeleton,
so fair.
so elongated, so fireplace mantle worthy. What?
I was asking just because I stress a lot about what I eat, and I like feel bad about if I don't eat well, and it's been like this since I was probably 14. Like, I've worried about how much I weigh, since then till today, all the time.
Were your
every day.
parents stressed out about your?
No, they don't. No, they didn't care, which is good. They shouldn't.
Where do you think that came from when you were 14?
I don't know, but I remember eating fried chicken once and being like, I am so horrible. And it's still like that. Like, I love eating, right? So if I eat something bad, I feel really, really horrible about it. And then it's like, and it's just me. It's on myself. Like, it's not, nobody else has put any of this pressure on me. But I
we all got Most
I
people
heard a
have food
story.
issues.
I can't remember who it was.
Hard.
It was like some writer or something that mentioned running into you, and they were like, "Yeah, I ran into Kumail, and I was talking to him for a while, but he was like coming out of the gym, and I was really distracted by his immense upper body."
Yeah, you look great.
That's the nicest thing I've ever
Like,
heard.
you were just talking to them like, "Oh, it's so good to see you." Oh, all right, we'll deal with that in a second.
Okay, bit from column A, bit from column B.
I tried to launch into my Kumail. I can't talk like Kumail. Okay. I always have to go to the word cunt. I can't do that. I can't. Can you talk like Kumail? I can't.
You are.
They were distracted by how overwhelmingly powerful and sexy your body was, and they walked away from it affected and disturbed.
That's the effect I'm going for.
There was one day when you came to Nerd Melt, I think before a Harmontown show, where everyone was like, "Whoa."
What?
Were you just like...
You're fine.
No. I know I'm fine. But it's just it doesn't. It's just
I think people
myself.
don't really. Yeah, people don't. We think about these things. We think about ourselves, and I'm not good enough. And we don't. With our friends, I think we don't tend to say like, well, Kumail could really beef up.
No, nobody cares.
No,
nobody
but
cares
then when
but
you
yourself.
come in and your arms are large and you've got that neon muscle tee.
Married.
Neon muscle tee.
Then there's a moment where it's like, wow.
Spencer, how do you feel about your body?
Oh, it's terrible. It's just, it's a real train wreck over here. I get up and I survey the damage, and I'm like, well, we better get to work. But not to work fixing it, to work doing my job. And then I get home from work and I'm tired.
I wonder how to tell people. I know for sure that people in the world are supposed to they're supposed to hold themselves to a different standard than they're holding themselves physically, for sure. But at the same time, there's also a total acknowledgement of the fact that we're a disgusting nation, that kind of like we are definitely like we should keep ourselves healthy and stuff. That's a totally different thing from being sexy. Like our standards of like what we look like and whether or not we're beautiful people, like has totally different from whether or not you are happy in yourself and like whether you feel good. And it's hard to. I know
right.
I'm never like I think I'm just generally obsessed with it. I'm just always conscious of like I look like a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I'm like a piece of garbage. I'm a piece of shit. But then there's like moments where I'm like, oh, I really look like a piece of shit. Look at that. I look like a piece of shit. I don't know. It's never healthy. It's never comes from a good place. And it's never like
body dysmorphia. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the me losing weight, it wasn't even. It really wasn't even related to the wedding. It just seemed like a good time to do it. And I totally agree with you. And I'm not aspiring to be like super thin because I don't think I'm comfortable super thin. I just wanted to feel like, I don't know, like myself again. Like a sexy piece of shit.
All right. Yeah, we did it. That's what we are. Two sexy pieces of shit. We got married. Together forever.